Hey guys, welcome back to the SensePop channel. For this week's video, we're gonna make a how-to video to play this guys. So this video, it's really for beginners who are interested or players who are interested also to play with the baby Vegeta mechanics but do not have experience to play. So I'm gonna dive down into details to explain the mechanics between the individual cards that are in the decks that most people are playing, and how to bring out the big boy, Great Ape Ozaru Vegeta baby, and which is such a great card. Now with the power boosters, it comes out so good, a triple striker 30k. So without further ado, let's go straight after the short intro. Alright guys, so let's start the video explaining what the baby Vegeta leader do. The whole idea for the game plan is to control the board while with his ability, because what he does is that instead of removing, like KOing, what he does is he minus power from your opponent's board. So he has a lot of control in his hands. The reason why minusing could be much better than KO in this scenario is that minusing can be done during your opponent's turn. So for example, when he swings with something that is triple attack, which is very prevalent now with the Shenron, the number of Shenron that are running in our environment, what he does is that he could minus 10k for the duration of the turn for something that he runs a triple attack with. Or that when he goes in for the kill, I will show you a card later that you can minus the base power from your opponent's battle card, and immediately, no matter how he combos, he dies, the characters, the battle card dies, and then you win the game just like that. So that is why he is extremely strong. However, the biggest problem playing him is that if your opponent has barrier cards. But with Clash of Fates, we do have some options on how to take care of that. So that's why I want to talk about this leader right now. Alright. So what he does, it's once per turn, you get to choose one. He has, when he attacks, you get to draw a card. Also, once per turn, you get to activate main, not during battle. You get to choose one card from your life, add it into your hand, and then you choose up to one of your opponent's battle card and KO it. And not KO it at minus 5k for the duration of the turn. So what he does over here is that you could swing, draw a card, and then activate main, take a card into your hands if you want to self-awaken, because as it says that choose up to one of your opponent's battle card, you can set I choose 0. So that is some thing that you can do. So he has the ability to self-awaken. However, what you want to do is you want to control the tempo, make sure that you don't get hit that soon. So if your opponent is very aggressive, don't activate his main, because you need to stay alive. Not that you need to stay alive, you need to stay on this side until it is turn 3 or turn 4 when you bring out the big combo. Alright, so let's go straight into the main cards of the deck. So what are the main cards of the deck? Right now, I'm just going to explain the mechanics. This card, and with the recent promos that came out, this card too. And then with all these things, what you want to do is you want to bring out this guy, this big boy, as soon as possible. So what this card does, this is actually your main card. This is the card that you want to have in your hands. This is the card that you want to have in your hands. This is the card that you want to have in your deck. Only your deck, not in drop area, only in your deck. And this is the card that you want to have in your hands. So this. In terms of importance, this is the most important card in your combo, because all your combos start with this card. So what he does is this. So activate Union Absorb, choose one of your battle cards and place it. It's very complex here. So I'm just not going to go through this particular thing, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about what he does. So for example, what he does is this, that he gets to absorb anything that is a baby of Vegeta GT, and then you set your deck and you bring out this guy on top of it. This guy, when you play him, you get to draw a card, and then if your leader is a machine mutant, which he is, you get to choose up to one of your opponent's battle card, and it gets minus 20k for the duration of the turn. So when he comes out, most of the time, if the guys have no barrier, you're gonna pop the card. So you could swing it for double strike. This is something that you can do. Alright, so this is the Power Boosters promo that got introduced recently, and he is such a great card because he gets to EX Evolve. This is your target, you get to EX Evolve, it gains an extra 5k, you get to choose one of your opponent's battle card, minus 5k, and then you get to draw a card also. And with one red energy, you evolve the big boy on top. And this guy is a beast. What he doesn't have is he doesn't have barrier. However, with barrier, he will be rather broken. So what he does is that he is a triple striker. And once per turn, when this card attacks, your opponent plays, when your opponent plays a battle card, if your leader is a machine mutant, you get to draw a card. And then you get to choose up to one of your opponent's battle card, and it gets minus 20k for the duration of the turn. So it's once per turn. How the effect goes off is this, that if it's your turn, every time you swing, you get minus, just a second, my display is going crazy. Just a second. Sorry, my display, it's alright. So every time you swing, what happened is that you get to draw a card, and then you choose up to one of your opponent's battle card and gets minus 20k for the duration of the turn. So every time it swings. And during your opponent's turn, the first card that he plays, whenever he plays the first battle card, you get to draw a card because it activates. And then you choose one of your opponent's battle card, and it gets minus 20k for the duration of the turn. It doesn't have to be the card that he plays. It can be anything on the board. So it gets that. However, it only triggers for the first card, and then it's finished. Yep. So this is something like the Clash of Fate Freezer. So this is, but he is a triple attack, triple strike, 30k by itself. It's really, really good because you could bring him out for only one energy, and at the same time you get to draw a card. And every single turn, if your opponent plays a battle card, you get to draw a card. And every single turn when he's alive, when you swing, you get to draw a card. A very, very good card, especially with the ways that you could bring him out right now. So that's how the mechanics is played. However, what the target that this guy could absorb, he could absorb. So in order to bring out this guy, what you can do is you could play him, because this is a GT Vegeta, digging deep. You could play him for 2 energy, and then you get to draw a card. Also, so with these 2 targets, you could absorb them and go to your deck, find him, and get him out to play. The target that you absorbed, this guy should not be in rest mode. However, there's no way that you want to swing with this guy. What you want to do is you could swing with this guy. When you play him, you could absorb, and this card comes in standing. Yeah. So if you have digging deep, don't hesitate to swing. This is something that you can do. So you could swing with him, activate, come out, it becomes a 20k attacker. So you already swing once for 20k, swing the second time for 20k, and then play him, absorb, bring this guy out, play 1 energy, draw a card, minus 20k from your opponent's, one of your opponent's card, play him, draw a card, and minus 5k. Then you can tap 1 and bring this one guy out. Some things that you can do with your leader. Let's say, for example, you have 6 life. Yeah. So you have 6 lives in your battle area. So this is like maybe 2, and this is 4. I hope you can see this. I'm checking my display to make sure we can see this properly. Okay, maybe let's move this aside. Okay, so you have your leader, and this is your life. Okay, so this is 2. I know this is pretty dark, but this is 2, and this is 4. So what you can do here is, with 3 energy, like I said, you want to survive until turn 3 without awakening. So when you place down your 3 energy, you could tap out, use Vegeta, swing, activate his ability, draw 2 cards, puts it into your hands, and then it comes out, and that was 20k. And you swing again for 20. Remember, all your 3 energy is tapped, but it's fine. You can swing again for 20. Then during the combo phase, untap. So you have untap 2. It's fine. So you have now 2 energies free. Then in your hands, tap 1 energy, play him. So this turn you already swing twice for 20k. Absorbed. Bring this guy out, draw a card, and now you have a double striker. Play this card on top of him. You still have 1 energy free. Play this card on top of him, draw a card. So you draw 2 cards already from this, and also 2 from the life, so you're up 4. You can choose to swing with him if you want. If not, you can use your last energy, tap out to bring this guy up if you want to go for the game. And now you have a 30k. You have a 30k triple striker. And you gotta swing, and you gotta draw 1 card. You gotta swing, you gotta draw another card, and use this ability minus 20, minus 10, minus 15k from him, and minus 10k and minus 10k from your opponent's battle card, and kill some of your opponents, more of your opponent's battle card, if they can even survive this particular combo. So this is it. Even though you tap out this turn 3, if your opponent turn is turn 3, or it is his turn 4, might be a little bit risky, I admit. However, if this is something that you want to do, it's possible. What I usually do is I leave it like that with 1 energy open so that I could do some stuff and defend myself. However, as he has no barrier, there's a chance that for him that he will be popped. And it is very, the biggest problem is not that he big pop, the biggest problem is how telegraphed it is to tell your opponent what is coming the next turn. It's definitely the big baby. What you can do is, in the Tournament of Power, there is 1 card that allows you to, give all Red Saiyan barrier for until the beginning of your next turn. So you could play that card for 0 energy and grant this guy barrier for the duration of the until the next turn. So he's protected, and then the next turn with 4 energy, you could tap 1 with him and swing. Yep. So this is something that you can do. All right. So there's a huge plus in your hands, and also it's good. It's a good combo. So one thing that you can do also, what is also good with Baby Vegeta is, I have to mention the defensive play that he can do and the offensive play that he can do. One of the best cards that can activate battle during activate battle is Revenge Death Ball. So what this card does is that activate battle, if your leader is a baby, so this card can only be played with the baby leader, which is good. It gains 10,000 for the duration of the battle, Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle card, and it loses 15k for the duration of the turn. So for the entire turn, your opponent loses 15k. So what you can do is, so how this card works is this. For example, if your opponent swings with something that is 15k, like this. So imagine this is your opponent. Your opponent swings. and then you said there's no negate, and then your opponent combos his whole hands on this because he wants to go for the game. So he combos up to maybe 55k. You can just tap one energy, activate, because this guy is an activate battle, it's not a counter attack. You can activate battle, and then your leader gains plus 10, which is he becomes 25, and he gets minus 15. So it doesn't take combo powers into, he can combo up to 55k, your leader is 25k, this guy dies immediately. So no damage is being dealt that turn. Yep, so this is a very, very powerful card, especially taking into account that if it is 20k, you could just, if your opponent is swinging something which is 30k, you could just play 2 and take it out just like that. Take note, this is not a combo, so if you have cards that says you cannot combo for the duration of the turn of the battle, like Ultra Instinct, it doesn't matter. This guy still works because this is not a combo, this is basically an activate battle. Very, very good card. One of the reasons why people are playing Vegeta Baby, it's really for this card. It can be also used offensively. When you want to get 15k to kill something on the board, you could also use this. But defensively, this is a card to be, not a card to be trivial with. Okay, so some spices. Yep. What I've touched is, so some spices, how to play Baby Vegeta defensively. One of the things that you can do is, I have explained these cards already, and this card gets in minus 15k. But usually when people wants to end game, they go for something which is like 25, 20, 30. If your opponent is swinging something with 25, and if you have just one energy, he might feel confident to go for it, right? I mean, you have just one energy, he knows that you cannot do anything, this is just one energy, you can only minus 15k, and he felt that he can combo his hands to take that life off you. So take note, if he's swinging something that is 25k, and you have one energy open, you could bait him into doing something really, really stupid, which is ensure that you have five cards in your battle, in your drop area. So when your opponent swings at you with something which is 25, after image it, take a life, after image it, because what after image does is that when your leader is red, which he is, choose up to one of your card, and he gets plus 40k. So this becomes a 55k for the duration of the battle, and then you choose up to one of your opponent's battle card, and he gets minus 10k power for the duration of the turn. So your opponent immediately loses 10k without any energy. So imagine this, right? You have one energy, he swings with something which is 25, take one life, play him. And then your opponent gets minus 10k, it becomes 15, and you become 55. Then tap one energy during, he can combo all he wants, tap one energy, play him, and the card is dead. So just for one energy, one life, you could play this combo and ensure you take out your opponent's battle card, just like that, during your defensive play. Yeah? So these two cards together with the leader syncs up really, really well. Some spices that you can play with the Clash of Fate cards is this. So take note, his ability is this. You get to choose up to one of your battle card, and it loses 15k for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to two of your opponent's battle card, it loses 10k for the duration of the turn. So if you want to steal something, which is what Baby Vegeta does, is that he is good at stealing something, right? So it is very good in combination with this particular card that is released in Clash of Fates. So spices. Da-da-dang. So what you can do is, for 3 energy, you could play this. So if you don't know what this card does, is when you play this card, choose all of your Ginyu Force in the battle area and then it gets plus 10k for the duration of the turn. So when you play this card just for 3 energy, it becomes a 25k. So when it becomes a 25k, it also you could swing for 25k. This is something that you can do. Take note, also activate main. You could place this card. It's a very strange worded card, but what you can do is that you could actually pick up something from your opponent's battle area, which is 20. So you could actually exchange. This card is placed in a active mode. Your opponent's battle card is when you take over the card is also played in active mode. The difference is with this particular card, this whole skill is negated, so he can't change it back. So he gets something which is 15k, you get something which is 20k. If your opponent has something which is really big, for example, like a let me do some math, 30k, yeah, on the board, and you want to steal it, what you can do is you play him, it gets 25k, swing, so 25k swing at his leader. Then after swinging, you activate main on this on your Vegeta. You activate main, and what he does is that you minus 15k from this guy. Remember, he is a 25k on the first play, so he becomes a 10k. Then you choose one of your opponent's battle card, which is 30k, and minus 10k from that battle card, and then activate his main now, switch it, and bring over your opponent's battle card into your area. However, it still loses that 10k. It is a 20k, but it is there for your whole turn. Not for your whole turn, it is there for the whole battle. So, not for the whole battle, for the whole game. So you remove a threat, more than just removing a threat, you actually took the threat over, and for the next turn, it gets back its power. Yep. So this is such a great synergy card that I usually display. However, if your opponent has a lot of battle cards that are with barrier, what you can do is that you continue to do what you do, because apply pressure, swing and swing, do the union absorb him, and bring out the big boy. You know, I know there's missing a lot of step, but I already explained that in at the start. So you could swing and swing, and when you get to 5 energy, this is the card that you can play. I know this is SCR, but because of the pull rate, this is not very, very expensive. It is a quadruple strike, and when you play this card, your opponent reviews his hands, which is always good. Take one of the cards, then also you get to choose all of your opponent's battle card, ignoring barrier, and KO them. Is there like a limit? Yeah, 40,000 or less. Most of the cards would die with this card. So when you play this card, you clear the board, and also you get to remove one of your opponent's card from his hands, and then you can swing for 40k quadruple strike. So this is a card that I would play one off. That's definitely, you have to do that, and it takes care of cards that have barrier. So if your opponent is playing barrier, you have this card. This is the card that you want. Board clear with barrier. Yeah. Okay, so finally, one of the things that I want to talk about is one of the spice cards that I play, and I noticed that this is not being played, but I'm going to review it here. Okay, so remember that you could play this for 1 energy. So if you are at turn 4, if you're at turn 3, you bring out the promo baby, this guy, yeah? And then you just leave it open. At turn 4, you could just tap 1 energy and evolve. So you have 3 energies free. Swing, you draw a card. Swing, you draw a card. And then one of the spice I play is this guy. So when you play him, what it does is, let me read. When you play this card, if your leader is red, you get to choose up to one of your red battle cards with 15k or more power, 30k. You get to switch it back to active mode. And then you get to swing again and draw 1 more card and minus 20k again, because this is when this card attacks. You know? So this is something once per turn. Oh, sorry. So this is once per turn. So you can't do it. However, you can go for a 30k triple striker again. So that's a lot of pressure. And if you want to just combo with it, then you have something which is very, very strong on the table. So 2 times 30k triple striker on the board in one turn. Yep. I guess this is all I have done. I have for you. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If there is any way that I could improve the video, just let me know too. Write to me, make it in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, let me know too. I hope it is very, very helpful for those who are beginners or who want to understand how to play the Grade 8 Baby. I've been playing it since set 4 with this guy. And for those people, experienced players who are watching this video, if you guys have some spice, feel free to comment on the comment section. Alright, so see you guys in the next video. Ciao.